I mean, I think gaming's genetics. I'm gonna be honest.
Yeah, you're talented.
Yeah, exactly.
Bro, teach me that aim can't be taught. It's genetics.
Gaming is genetics. Stop grinding to go pro. If you aren't already pro, there is a reason.
Ever since I started playing Valorant 2 days ago, I always wanted to be like the pros I watched. Getting aces like it was nothing and just flying through lobbies with precise aim and mechanics. I wanted to be the next Shroud, Timmy, or even Tens. But one thing always stood in my way. Well, I'm not gonna sugarcoat it. I was an ass.
Well, I'm tired of being bad. I'm tired of being dog shit at the game. I want to get good. And that all changes today. So what will happen if a Valorant bot, who hasn't even played one game of rank, dedicated 1 month to playing the game? Could I get good? Could I drop a high kill game? Could I learn all the crazy peaks and mechanics? Could I actually get good aim? Is Valorant even that fun to play? To answer that question, welcome to my 30-day journey of finding my flow. Okay, so the first thing I had to do was get a baseline for my skill. I'm gonna be tracking my progress through 3 categories. 1. The consistency of my aim and crosshair placement. 2. My average combat score. 3. My peaks and movement. Okay, so first I had a problem learning how to stop and shoot my gun, because the concept of a game where you couldn't shoot while moving was unheard of to me. By the end of day 1, my best game was 4 kills, my average combat score was 32, and my movement was not great.
Fake! What is happening?
Nah, I'm not even gonna cap. It was absolutely dog shit. I went to bed completely overwhelmed, and by the next morning, I was beginning to think I made a big mistake. I wanted to get good at the game because I was unhappy with the inconsistency of my aim. The game just isn't fun when you're not good at the game. But maybe Valorant was too hard. Maybe I should just go back to the game I spent hundreds of hours playing because at least I was good at it. But unfortunately, it was too late for that. Now I should mention there are some rules to this challenge. Number 1, I can't get help from friends because I'm not looking for a hard carry. Number 2, I'm only playing pubs for the first week.
Mostly because I don't have ranked unlocked, but also because they kinda scared me.
Let's play.
Alright, guys, we're gonna see. Good luck.
Yeah, that was nasty. And number 3, I only have 1 month to train. Now the perk for this month, I did a lot of research. And my game plan for the first week was essentially just to hop into aim labs and just aim train the whole way through. After I got comfortable in aim labs, I was ready to hop into a match and actually try and implement my skills. Yeah, I'd love to say I hit the ground running, but I would be lying. But I at least gained a little more map knowledge because at the beginning of every match on Haven, I knew exactly where to smoke so the enemies can't peek us. Overall, on day 2, I didn't really gain any experience or any crosshair placement. I didn't know it yet, but later that night, something would happen that would change the course of history. One may know how to conquer without being able to do it. Sun Tzu. That's it. I know how to conquer. I know how to be that player that lays waste to lobbies. All I have to do is do it.
Spike down A.
Okay, it was the slowest ace ever and it wasn't gonna change history, but I was just happy to see my aim showing some major improvements.
On day 3, I practiced my crosshair placement on different maps and just played a bunch of CODM in general. I also met this nice squad of people that told me I should change my crosshair to a dark crosshair or a cross, because like those crosshairs are better. So I practiced out with my dark crosshair, and I also practiced with a cross, and I found out I prefer the crosshair So basically day 3 was just like me practicing my aim with the crosshair, and I also went into some aim labs. After that I just played a bunch of CDM, and by night I had unlocked ranked. So I was thinking and I was considering of whether or not I should start playing some ranked, but we'll decide that by day 4. On day 4 I actually wanted to play ranked, to be honest, but the queue time was taking years and like I couldn't wait that long. I just gave up on playing ranked, and I just grinded some aim labs for day 4. Then one thing I noticed is after every round I get a lot of fatigue, so after I played a bunch of swift play I just took breaks in between so I don't get too tired afterwards. Day 5 was just like basically a Sunday, so I just watched a bunch of Valorant content, and that was basically it for the day. Okay, I reviewed my replays as well, so that's basically everything I just did for day 5. On day 6, I started to notice something. My aim was pretty good when I was fully focused on winning the gunfight, but when I tried to use abilities, I just ended up getting caught with my ability out and dying. Yeah, it's one thing to know how to use the ability, but it's another to know how to use it in a gunfight under pressure. So I decided to just adopt 3 legends and buy 1 new one. So I would at least have 1 legend each round, and I would make at least 2 of the legends duelists. But right when I wanted to start adopting my practice, the great nerf occurred.
Players will find that they can rely on their gunplay more in these situations, and when abilities are impacting combat, you're going to find more opportunities to outplay your opponents.
And you won't spend as much time blind or concussed when you're hit by debuff abilities. Abyss. We're changing the cover on B site to make planning for B main riskier and make playing on the site better for both sides of spike defuse situations. We're also making some adjustments to mid that'll provide more options to team who want to fight around that side of the map.
And we're shaking up Pearl with some changes to B site, specifically aimed at B long post plant holes to give.
Okay, on one hand, the update makes a lot of sense. They're doing it so there's more of a gunplay and it's less reliant on abilities, and also it's easier to hold sites. So me personally, I think I like the updates because I'm more of a fan of like using abilities than like, this is not a magical shooter, this is an FPS game. We should be able to shoot our gun. So overall I would say I'm pretty satisfied with the update, and that Vice ability that they nerfed, I feel like it's a proper balance change. Day 7. On day 7 I finally unlocked round. Yep, calm down. But I was stuck in Iron 2. Yeah, so I queued up for my first match in Iron, and let's just see, I got absolutely worked, and it was an Iron lobby, which hurt me so much. So when I go back to the lobby, I just practiced my aim a bit, and I just felt really sad because for the whole of this challenge, up until this day, day 7, the last day of the week, I didn't top frag in a single lobby. I couldn't even get a single win in Iron rounds. But what I failed to realize is this couldn't just happen overnight. I knew if I kept practicing my aim and movements, eventually it would become muscle memory. So all I needed to do was calm down. But when I thought about it, this was the reason I was getting so obsessed with Valorant. There was just so much to learn to get better at the game. On one hand, it was one of the most challenging games I've ever played, but on the other, it's just so satisfying to outplay other people. This game had a true skill gap which was really nice, and it's definitely a breath of fresh air coming from Fortnite. I could see why people love this game. After 7 days of practicing my mechanics, I think I'm ready to hop into competitive. I'm going to wrap up this video here, but trust me, this is not the end. Subscribe if you want to see me go pro.